Alexa, pause. Alexa, pause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Fall Out Boy in the morning. Yeah, gotta love it. Sunday morning. Alright, so, what's happening? Um, the freezing cold has, passed us, so it's not as cold anymore. It was in the negatives, this weekend. Pretty cold. Um, mm, extremely cold. Um, but hey, still, still warm and toasty. Yeah, I love it. So yesterday was a kind of bizarre start to a morning. Um, Woke up at 4 a.m. to, this is Saturday, woke up to 4 a.m. to a fire alarm. Yeah. And, got out of bed, looked, no fire. Bizarre. Fire alarms were just going off, and, it was just odd, there was no fire. Yet the fire alarms were going off, and there was no, you know, carbon monoxide in the air, so it didn't trip that sensor. So it's just like, okay. But luckily everything was perfectly fine. Oh. Woke up this morning after finishing watching a restaurant to another world, Deer King, and yeah, I rewatched Happy Gilmore. Yeah, it's just a good movie. you know. Uh, so, funny little tidbit. Sister was talking to my mom, and I was just, listening, and sister asked me about 90s show. She's like, hey, have you seen the 90s show? And I said, yeah. Don't we feel like the old people now? The upstairs people. Yeah. Uh, but, it's cool, It's cool. Oh, man. So, I just gotta get something off my chest. It's been hanging around my chest for a long time, you know. This this tattoo. This tattoo has been hanging around my chest for a long time. Uh, and it's it's unique because, well, it looks unfinished. It looks unfinished. Uh, that's what I need. That's what I need. I need to get more tattoos. I need to get more tattoos. Because my life story is not done yet. I am not done with my life story. Though I feel like my life story is completely done and set in stone. But to my mom and to my dad and to my sister, my life story is not completed yet. It's still imperfected and it's still coming along, but you know, the greatest choice I ever made was moving to another coast. You know, I was I was always on the West Coast. You know, born and raised on the West Coast, and just I love the weather. Except we don't get snow. Occasionally we got snow, and we go up to the mountains and ski, um, or ski, and that's where I I fell in love with snow. Is learning how to ski. There's a really good movie. It's a Disney movie. I don't know if Disney Plus has it, but if Disney Plus does have it, it's a definitely good, worth watching movie. Johnny Tsunami. Okay, minus the tsunami, because tsunamis are kind of scary, you know, and a lot of people are like, oh no, don't talk about the scary stuff. Okay, I'm not going to try to talk about the scary stuff. I'm going to try to talk about the stuff that wasn't really scary. So, in Johnny Tsunami, these guys become friends. You know, the the snowboarders become friends with the skiers. The skiers become friends with the snowboarders. You know, it's like it's a story that it's like you either do one or two things when you're on the slopes. You either A, are sitting on your ass with a board, or B, you're high society, drinking tea, royalty on skis. You know? So, I first started out learning how to be extreme. Okay, when I say extreme, I mean like, enjoying extreme sports. Um, extreme sports can be kind of dangerous. So safety first, right? Right? Right. You always keep your head, you always keep your head and your helmet on. Yes, yes you do. But, yeah. One of my, family friends got injured on the slopes. And luckily, she recovered. So, it was a little heavy, that someone got injured on the slopes. I knew. And I was like, I hope they're okay. And, I don't want anything bad happening to people I care about. I hate to say it, but I care about a lot of people. I care. And then people are like, no, you don't. I'm like, yeah, I care about people's safety. I really do. You always have to have a good safety. So if you have a good safety, it's like you have a good goalie. Look at all the saves. you know. But I was never a good hockey player. I was never a good golfer. But I was really good at, uh, you know, making people laugh and smile. And that's what I was really good at. But a lot of people don't like my sense of humor. A lot of people don't care about, my sense of humor. But, Giant Tsunami is a really good Disney Plus movie. It should be on Disney Plus because it is a Disney movie. It's a Disney original movie. And if you haven't seen it, I would totally recommend checking it out. It's a really good movie. Another good movie to check out if you have Netflix. That's if you like watching movies and TV shows. There's really some interesting shows. But when it comes to my channel, Don't worry about my channel. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Don't fret. Don't worry. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay. You know, it doesn't follow you. It stops. Dead in its tracks. And it stares at you. Yeah. It just stares at you. What do you do when you're faced with a wolf and you're a vampire? What do you do? Oh no. Taylor Lautner, you returned. See, I could not put down Twilight. I used to say to myself, you know, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read Twilight. I picked up Twilight, and for the love of God, I couldn't stop reading it. I just found a song that really worked really well. When you find a song that works really well, or you find something that, you know, you enjoy doing, like, I enjoy reading. Reading a lot of things. But don't really read into too much things, because some things are just not really need to be mentioned. You know, there's some things that are just rudimentally theorized, and the possibilities are always endless. You know, not everything is set in stone. Not yet. Okay, well, episode 13 should be finished, as this video is now being seen and heard. Episode 12 should be done, and episode 11 should be done. So, today's episode 14. Hey, you got extra time. So, my lucky number, here are my lucky numbers: 13, 19. 13, 19. Those are my lucky numbers. But, you know, do you believe in luck? Do you believe in good fortune? Do you believe in a miracle? Do you believe in, you know, once every 7 days, a magical door will appear and you can eat whatever food you fucking desire? Oh, well, you know, for a foodie, it's like, that's amazing. But for someone that, like, has the munchies, it's like, well, you know, it's already amazing. You know, how more amazing can it get? Well, like Stan Lee once said in one of my favorite comics growing up, with great power comes great responsibility. So, to take that into account, you know, I still, till this day, will tell you that the vampires are still my favorite. They could have red eyes, they could have yellow eyes, hell, they could have brown eyes, or black eyes. Okay, if they have black eyes, then they're demons. Careful. Yeah. Making deals with the demons. Well, you didn't have to French kiss. No. No, Carly, I didn't have to. You know, one of my favorite things about vampires is that, you know, Dean and Sam have had to kill vampires. Same as Castiel. But then, with vampires, it's like, okay, the vampires are over. Now what? Vampires are never over. They're never over. They never grow old. Actually, they do. They've been around for centuries. Legends be told. That was Fall Out Boy that you might have heard on this episode called Immortals. I just now recently started watching Morpheus with Jared Leto. Not like beside me, like hey, here's Jared Leto. No, that would be very funny though. Would it not? Would it not? But like here comes Jared Leto. Hey, hi. Thanks for liking my show. You're welcome. Well, that's what the show was about. They weren't really all my friends. They weren't all really my fans. Nor my subscribers. Nor my viewers. Nor my listeners. No. You were just, I don't know, for the love of God. Demons, angels, you know, you gotta believe in the good and the bad. You gotta believe that the good's gonna win over the bad. But you know, you can't say that, you know, the bad side of things has some pretty cool, nifty little things, same as the good side. But then, like, when they're evenly matched, you know, like, the king of all vampires versus the king of all werewolves went into a climatic head-to-head. Who would win? Who would win? The vampires. Yeah. Yeah. Vampires. You know, I'm okay with calling myself a vampire because, you know, I wanna be around, you know. I wanna zigzag around and just the ominous silence. But there's a light howling coming from outside here in Zigzag Entertainments. Oh, yes. I call it Zigzag Entertainments because we go in a zigzag formation. We're just like, we're gonna go this way. No, we're gonna go this way. No, we're gonna go this way. Which way? What does the map say? Move 4 paces. So I move 4 spots. I move 4 spots up the bracket, up the ladder. I move 4 spots. In all 4 spots I encountered a supernatural phenomenons. And then I moved the main and I'm just like, oh my God, please for the love of God, do not make Arrowhead a real fucking thing. Because that mist is, I need to go to work. I need to go to work. And it's funny, you know, my parents were like, you can't manage 2 jobs, a full-time job. I'm like, yeah, I can. I can. I physically, mentally can. And honestly, I'm enjoying my lifestyle as a vampire. Yes, I know a lot of people be like, "You're not a vampire." You sure? You sure about that? What do vampires need? Blood. So, everyone has good blood, everyone has bad blood. But are you afraid of red wine? No, because a lot of people love wine. A lot of people love drinking. A lot of people love smoking. So you either pick one or two. You either drink or you smoke. You always have two choices. You always got to make the right choice and the right decision. Yeah, it was the right decision to move to Maine. It was the right decision. Sometimes they say, "Oh yeah, we're listening, we're watching, we're hearing you, we're understanding you." Yeah, you're not. As truth be told, you're not. No one's ever getting the memo. They're just like, oh, 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 what? So how do you say good morning in Japanese? Ohio! Ohio! Yeah, don't remind me about Ohio. Ohio is not for lovers. No, Ohio is for vampires. And then, all of a sudden, all the vampires started to show their faces. Like, I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. You know, the last TV show I remember watching was my grandparents. Because, it was during, 2019 or in the 90s. I'm not quite sure. But it was called Life on a Stick. Life on a Stick, where this guy literally, his life sort of sucks. So he's selling hot dogs. And a mall. The cool thing about that TV series, it has Ruben Studdard from American Idol. No, I never was American Idol. No. No, I was not. I wasn't on top of the world. And the world did not revolve around me. It didn't. And people were like, yes, the world revolved around you. No, it did not. It definitely did not revolve around me. I was just minding my own time. Biding my own time. And gaining back my time. You know, first it was 30 minutes. Then it was 35 minutes. Then it was 25 minutes. I was gaining back time. Anyway, I watched the movie on Netflix called Bad Words. Oh my god. Jason Bateman. Holy fuck. It was a funny movie, but the song, the intro song, that's what was that caught my attention. Which things sometimes catch my attention. Sometimes things don't catch my attention. Some things happen to coexist. But nevertheless, you know, there was only one monster that you mustn't read from the book, okay? You mustn't read from the book. But everyone's like, what book? Book of the Dead or the Book of the Living? You mustn't read from the book. Well, I don't know Egyptian, but I know a librarian. I returned the book. I couldn't put it down. It was a good book. But after I finished reading it, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put this book back. I got done reading Alita Battle Angel, the manga. I just got done finished reading that. And now I see that it's on Netflix. And I'm like, oh. Oh no, sorry. It's on Hulu. I'm like, oh. But some movies that I'm really wanting to watch, they're not on a lot of streaming sites. You know? And the movies I like to watch are, you know, they're not inappropriate. And people are like, yes they are! No, they're not. You watch hentai. What's wrong with watching hentai? It's not gonna rot your brain. Watching horror movies might rot your brain. But then they're like, don't do drugs. But everything nowadays, people are on drugs. What can you say if people are not on drugs? They're like, you're on drugs. We're all on drugs. Weezer. But, you know, here in Attic Studio, I don't do a lot of drugs. The most intense drug I've ever done is marijuana. Yeah, because my mom said to me, she's like, marijuana does things to you. It compacts your bizarreness. I'm like, no. I was already bizarre to begin with. Yeah. But I never really take everything too far down the rabbit hole. Because I knew people would just be like, oh my god, stop, Willy Wonka, stop. Well, people like chocolate. And Valentine's Day is coming up. People like chocolate. You know? Mom used to say, life's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, I know. I got a strawberry with a vodka liqueur chocolate in my box. One Valentine's Day. Only one Valentine's Day. And I was like, wow, that's actually pretty good. That was good chocolate. Was it edible? It It was a chocolate. It was really good. Strawberry vodka liqueur. Pretty good. I'm not a big drinker. You know? And a lot of people are like, yes, you drink. No, I really don't. I really don't drink. You know? Like, are you just denying the fact that you support Kyle? No, I'm just saying straight up, you know. Straight out of my mouth, you know. That's the one thing that got me in trouble the first time, is things coming out of my mouth. Well, if no one understands the words coming out of your mouth, then no one understands the words coming out of your mouth. It's just, was that a little too racist? No, it wasn't. No. No. See, people got really intense, you know, over the years. Bad words, you know. It's like, okay, apparently you never said a bad word in your life. I've said some hateful words in my life that I don't love you. That was pretty hateful. You know, I don't love you. That was pretty hateful. And she turned her back on me and said, you know what? I'm going to sit in your car. Alright, sit in my car. Go right ahead. So she sat in my car, on the hood of my car. She crossed her arms. She just sat on the hood of my car. Just sat there. And I sat in my car, and I waited. She turned around. She looked at me and said, we should never have gone to Williamsburg Square. It was a red square. But I landed on a blue square. I landed in a blue square. And it got really, really cold. Really, really fast. And the wind started howling. I still recall what she said to me, sitting on the hood of my car. I still recall. Until this day, I still recall the last thing she said to me on the hood of my car. I'll never leave you. I'll never leave your side. I'll be your partner. I'll be your teammate. I'll be your friend. I won't be your lover. But I definitely will not lie when I say that girl literally sat on my car and would refuse to move. She refused to move off my car when I told her that I was going to become a hunter. like Sam and Dean Winchester. She refused. She refused to get off my hood of my car. But the train tracks, I always remembered the train tracks. So when I hear that train, all aboard. Here we go. The train was leaving. The train was heading away. The past was being erased as I ventured out and got pretty far. What that show has taught me is that there's special J's. They're special. There's special N's. And then there's only one K. I hate being special. I really do. And people are like, oh no, you're special. No, I'm not retarded. I'm not retarded. I'm very smart. I'm very smart. And they're like, no you're not. I'm like, yeah I am. I didn't talk to those individuals. They didn't follow me. But that's how you say good morning in Ohio. It's like, no, that's how you say good morning in Japanese. You say Ohio. 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 Well, see? He didn't want to go, see, Dean and Sam didn't want to go back to Kansas. I didn't want to go back to Ohio. I never want to go back to Ohio. To be honest, I don't. But that's where the trail ends. It's Ohio. A new trail opened up. A new chapter opened up. A new beginning opened up. You know? I don't hold grudges. But if you think I hold grudges against you, I don't. Now I know you probably are curious. Yeah, I just let your curiosity run. See how far it gets. You know? But That was a good book. Beautiful Creatures. That was the very first book I got at Comic-Con. Signed by the author, and could not put that book down. And then I was like, well, I'm going to try Twilight. Because, everyone's like, reading a lot of Tom Clancy and reading a lot of fantasy and reading a lot of, sci-fi and horror is going to rot your brain, No. My brain works really well. I made up with my past. I made up with my future. I made up with my understandings of moving forwards. So, like they say in this one movie, pay it forward. You gotta pay it forward. You just gotta pay it forward. You help 3 people, they help 3 people. And then they help 3 people. You gotta pay it forward. The sad thing about that movie is he's stabbed. It's sad. It's a really sad movie. But hey, it stars a really great singer in that movie, Bon Jovi. I don't know if Bon Jovi's going to come out to Portland. But no one seems to come out to Maine. They're just like, no, Maine's too cold. It's too cold. It's too far. Well, gotta get used to the cold weather, And if people are like, and I'm just like, speechless. They're just speechless. And then they're just like, damn you. What'd I say? What'd I do? What I said was, don't get your hopes up. And what I do, I didn't get my hopes up. Some people just didn't believe that, the world would soon change before everyone's very own eyes. Yeah, well, it changed. People changed, People started realizing things, started using their common sense and knowledge on things and being like, well, okay, things are really not turning out well. How can we change this? How can we prevent this from overspilling? How can we prevent this from tipping over? No one puts bread in my bowl. No? Yeah. I don't get a lot of tips. I just get a lot of fundamental guidelines. That's it. Just guidelines. Just like, oh, yeah, read that, do that. Safety. You guys gotta know where your safety is. If you have a good safety, good, then they go. people are like, oh, you're turning into Jack Nicholson. No, I'm not. I'm not turning into anything insane or anything crazy. What I think is crazy is totally different than what people think crazy is. Because, you know, having like this understanding of, you know, dealing with crazy, sometimes you just can't fix crazy. They're just crazy. But when you can fix crazy and just be like, well, they're not crazy, they're fucking sane. They're just dealing with a lot of heavy baggage. They're not crazy. They're just dealing with a lot of heavy stuff. I mean, if you're into lifting, you know, it's like some people just love to exercise. You know, I tried the treadmill. I tried the treadmill, and I just kept walking. I was like, well, you know, if I had the VR and I was like, yeah, I could try that, but I can't get the VR to work, and I missed out hanging out with a community that doesn't give a shit. Yeah, communities don't give a shit, man. They don't. There's no vampire community here in. No. People are like, what's the greatest vampire movie you ever seen where it's really cold? 30 Days of Night. Except at the end, like, oh, don't spoil it. Okay, I won't. I'll try not to spoil. But if I start to mold or I start to change, you gotta throw me away. You just gotta toss me in the garbage and say, you're FUBAR. You're fucked up beyond repair. Well, if you're not FUBAR, you're not fucked up beyond repair. You just keep going. You keep going. And you just smile and you just give thanks to knowing that, you know, taking the higher ground feels great. Feels great. But what are we talking about? Beats me. Yeah, I reached the 50-minute mark, so it's like, oh, oh, I'm just gonna keep smoking. Alright. What? People are like, smoking's bad. I'm done. Huh? If you don't want to smoke, don't have to smoke. But if you gotta smoke, it's like, just enjoy yourself. Have a good time, you know? Don't mind me. Seems like I have all these conversations, And then I realized, no, I'm not really having conversations with mostly anyone. It's it's strange to think that, you know, the times change, you know, the clocks change. It's like, you could change all the clocks. Or some clocks just automatically do it. I don't know. It didn't lose power. There's like a big black dot. It's like, what is that? Oil? Big black dot. If I'm not mistaken, in the Jetsons, the robot's name was Dot Matrix. Could be wrong, but that's my guess. I like to guess. If I don't understand something, you know, or if I didn't really study over it, you know, I like to guess. I love like guessing. And sometimes it's like, holy shit, you're right. Or holy shit, you're wrong. So it's either a wrong or a right. But I'm guessing from the lack of support and the lack of, you know, publicity, I guess it's good to know that things can stay under wraps, you know. No, we did not awaken the creature we did not awaken the creature. Even though the creature did say, death is only the beginning, we did not awaken the creature. Creature from the Black Lagoon? Yeah. The creature from the abyss. There's a creature in the abyss. It's a mysterious creature. People were like, what, you play too much Subnautica? Oh. There's actually a creature in the abyss. That's what, you know, these people were drilling, and they, I don't know, I tried to give it a watch, underwater, I tried to give it a watch. My mom's like, I can't stand Kristen Stewart. I'm like, yeah, I know, I can't stand her either. She touches her face too many times. It's like, please stop touching your face. It's like, it's my face. Okay. Things that I pick up on, I notice, aren't bad. They're not bad. They're just, what's this? You know? sometimes people are limited to, answer questions or comments or concerns. They're just limited to things. I'm limited to, not really having a lot of friends, because the friends I did have, sometimes it's nice to say, hey, I really didn't know you. Yeah, I really didn't. No one really knew me. Until they really did their fundamental ruling and figured out, oh shit, you are the demon. No, I'm not a demon. No. I'm not an angel. No. People believe in good spirits. People believe in good, positive messages, moral support, comforting feedback. But a true fucking understanding on things. A true fucking understanding on things. And if you don't really have your facts right, you really don't have your information right, can't assume everything is my fault. It's not. It's not my fault. The last thing she said on the hood of my car is, I still love you. And we will manage to fight and survive. Okay. Survive what? Worst case scenario? I finally put down the survival guide book of worst case scenarios. And if you're ever being stormed by elephants, just play dead. Lay flat. The elephant will not run over you. I don't protest. I don't protest. I definitely do not support anyone that protests. Yes, a lot of people are like, yes you do. I don't protest. I just observe. I just watch, But every year, they're just like, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. How? How? How is it the end of the world? We don't know. My only theory is, I guess when you think it's the end of the world, when you think it's the end of the world, and you realize that your phone's like about to die, like 20%. It's like, oh, okay, well the battery's low, but I hate to say goodbye. And I couldn't say goodbye 3 times. There was 3 fundamental things that took place in the not-so-distant world, in the not-so-distant time spans. There was 3 things that I brought back. I brought back a rock. I brought back a poem. And I brought back my guitar. Cool looking rock, eh? Yeah, I think it keeps going out. Anyway, thanks to Zigzag Entertainment and Firestorm Cannabis. Thanks for being your boy. I don't have a lot of, excuse me, I don't have a lot of respect for people that didn't fucking believe me the first time. Or didn't believe me the second time. Or didn't believe me the third time. And by the 9th time, they're just like, holy fuck, okay! We get it! It's over! You win! Move on. Go. Go home. You're safe. Yep. I just wanted to hear it. Just once. I just wanted them to say, we're sorry. We're sorry for your loss. It was a loss. I lost my partner. I lost Jenna. But I stuck her in purgatory. I stuck myself in a freezer. Really? Yeah, did no one ever watch the end of, no one ever watched the Indiana Jones series? God, great. But, there's a scene in which they're doing nuclear testing, and he's in his house, and he's like, oh shit, he hides in the refrigerator. Does that? I don't think that works. But hey, Harrison Ford is still around. And then a cool thing is like, uh, he wasn't a president. Well, in the movie he was. He made a damn good president. He did like the Spartan kick. He's like, get off my plane. uh, anyway. Sample, you know, to say that, you know, I messed up by talking, then I'll keep my silence. I'll keep my peace. Yeah. Oh, old rocking chair. How old? She would be. She'd be in her 30s now. But unfortunately, she's not in her 30s. She never got to her final destination. She was never on the plane when I left Chicago. She was never on the plane. When I left Chicago, she was never on the plane. But she was there. You know? People were like, do you travel? Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. You know? I guess, like, my mind travels. That was, you know, it's like my mind travels sometimes. You know, just like, or, you know, I'm remembering, you know, that moment where, you know, when I left Chicago, first time, I did it twice. First time, I learned never to say anything nor write anything down. But then my psychologist was like, maybe you should write things down. Why would you want me to write things down? If I have such a sharp memory, but yet people criticize me on my IQ, they're like, your IQ is lackluster. Depends. You know, when I'm really, you know, would like to see happen, I would like to move on. I'd like to, you know, move on. It's over. Move on. This episode is over. We're gonna move on. So thank you once again for trying to get through episode 14. We're gonna move on to our next day, which is, you know, a new week, which is Monday. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your sports, football, NHL, basketball. You know, whatever you want to do. Have yourself a warm cup of coffee and take care. Take care. Take it easy. No. Don't take it too easy. You know. Because things aren't easy. Things are the most extremely difficult and challenging, but so fucking rewarding in the end. So fucking rewarding in the end. But in the end, it's like, you know what happens in the end. You don't want to spoil it, but yet, you know, you're just watching it. You know, you've seen this movie countless times, and you're just watching, and you're like, man, this is, you just know that someone's gonna win victorious and just have one of the biggest fucking smiles on their fucking faces, and it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be the smuggest smile on their face, it's just gonna be like, wow, what a smile. Are those fangs? That's it's definitely not a snake. Yeah, people have fears of snakes. I really don't have fears of snakes. But, you know, I always watch where I'm going, everywhere. Because there's, actually, fun little fact here. Around this lake, there are no poisonous or non-poisonous snakes. I have not seen any. I haven't. and as serious as that is, you know, where I used to live, there was lots of deadly things that wanted to kill you. But everything wants to kill you. Everyone wants to say everything's bad for you. It's bad for your health. No, that's adulting. Which is like there's this new show on Hulu about parenting and adulting, and my mom's like, oh god. I'm like, I know, right? Oh god. But hey, you know, it was one of those moments where you're just like, ah. They would have laughed. They would have just laughed at that visual. But, you know, sometimes the visual isn't there. You know, sometimes it's just the audio. That's what it was. I mean, like, you listen to an old time, you know, radio, you know, it's like, when people listen to old time radio, it's like they imagined. No, that's like, just, well, I can see, I can hear, I can speak, I can talk, I can walk, I can rock, I can drink, I can smoke, I can use bad words. But, I don't want bad words to always really affect me, because I'm so used to people and their foul language. I'm just like, you know what? Okay. Just try to don't get too rowdy. There we go. Don't get too rowdy. Come Monday, we got another day's of work. Come Monday, so don't get too rowdy. Yeah. Because I know a lot of people take their sports very seriously, and I take my sports very seriously, but I'm not really playing for bets. I'm not really playing for you know it's just a game. It's just a game. It's fantasy. It's just a game. Yeah, it was just a game until someone said you're tagged. Oh, well, I look at my toe and I'm like, well, I don't see a tag, so thank God I'm not a mannequin. Whew. Oh, but holy crap! You want to talk about a scary episode? That's a pretty scary episode. Just don't show Markiplier that episode. He might get freaked out with the mannequins in the art studio schoolroom. Yeah, if Markiplier ever does check out that, I highly doubt Markiplier is gonna watch that Netflix series. But if he does, he would be pretty scared of mannequins. I'm just saying. I'm just it's funny to watch him scream. Are they screaming? Or are they streaming? Which one is it? Screaming or streaming? Or cheering? I like the third option. Cheering. Hooray! Hooray, you made it to the end of the episode. We're on low battery now. But I hate to break it to you, but I gotta go. So thank you for this 1 hour and 19 minute video. I am Popper Anime Punk, and I will bid and say my final goodbyes for this Sunday weekend. We'll be back again tomorrow for a new week, but my weekend is over. Just look at a lot of things to do on my weekend, but nevertheless, hope everyone else has a great weekend. Good idea. Have a good one. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks. Come again. Thank you. Come again. See, that's not racist. I really don't find that racist. But other people do. I'm like, I don't find, racism my issue. People are like, you view racism differently. I'll explain. I don't have a problem with anyone's race. I really don't. I don't. But I guess that's what everyone wants to hear, right? It's like, oh, thank God. He's not racist. Nope. I'm not racist against anyone. I just really, I put a double down bet on negativity on myself. And I keep that bet. And I'll lose everything. Yeah, because I'll probably go out swinging. Or I'll probably go striking out. But if I get on base, I get on base. But I always know where to go home. Yep. Well, anyway. Safe travels. Take care. Oh, also, Supernatural. Yeah. Almost finished. Almost. 123, 34, 35, 36. Like I said, it was like an hour and 23 minutes. I'm counting. Take like maybe, I don't know, another 3 days